Hi folks, Chris Rich here. Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about investment principle number 2 of 27 investment principles every investor should know. These investment principles are all time tested. They're backed by economic and financial science. They're broken down into bite-sized digestible pieces, easy to implement into your life. I've helped many clients over the last 30 years implement these 27 principles. I've watched them work in their life. I encourage you to implement these 27 principles into your life. I'm certain they'll help you create financial security and financial freedom that you want. Investment principle number 2, start early. Now I'm going to give you 3 reasons why it's important to start early, and then I'm going to go over a few examples. Reason number 1, by starting early, you begin to create healthy financial habits at an early age that'll carry you all the way through life. Reason number 2, put the power of time on your side. Albert Einstein said, compound growth is the 8th wonder of the world. The third reason is to take advantage of the incentives that the federal government gives each and every one of us to save towards our future. It's called an IRA. It's available to you each and every year, and if you don't use it one year, you lose it. You're not allowed to make up for it. Let's take a look at a few examples.
For example number 1, let's take a look at Grace. She's 21 years old. She decides she'd like to max out her Roth IRA contribution at $6,000 a year. She does that for the next 10 years of her life for a total contribution of $60,000. She then lets that money grow until she's 65 years old. Let's imagine, for hypothetical purposes, that she's able to achieve over this time period an 8.5%, again, hypothetical growth rate. At age 65, her total investment has turned into just over $1,660,000. Pretty good nest egg for Grace. She developed good financial habits at an early age, and she took advantage of the federal government's incentives by contributing to a Roth IRA at an early age. For example number 2, let's look at Peter. He waits until he's 31 years old. He maxes out his contribution at $6,000 a year for the next 10 years. Total contribution of $60,000, just like Grace, happens to be 10 years later. Hypothetically, he's able to earn an 8.5% growth rate. At age 65, his Roth IRA is worth $742,361, less than half of what Grace's Roth IRA contribution is. Now, they both contributed a total of $60,000. They both were hypothetically able to earn an 8.5% compound growth. The only difference is time. Time is powerful in this scenario, folks. Let's imagine a third scenario. Let's imagine that Peter started at age 31 and he contributed $6,000 a year to his Roth IRA, and he continued to contribute $6,000 a year until age 65. His total contributions were $210,000 over that time period. Hypothetically, same growth rate at 8.5%. This scenario, his Roth IRA is worth $1,254,488. Still not as much as Grace's scenario. The power of time is unbelievable, folks. Put the power of time on your side.
Now folks, these are just 3 simple examples. I want you to notice, Grace created good financial habits from day 1. When you create those habits, you probably don't stop after 10 years. More than likely, you continue on until you're age 65. She also took advantage of the IRA, the Roth IRA contribution that the federal government gives all of us. It creates tax-free money all through retirement. All future benefits are tax-free through a Roth IRA. I highly recommend them. And she put the power of time on her side. The best time to plant a shade tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. You may be past age 21, you may be past age 31, 41, 51. I don't know where you're at in life. If you haven't started investing, start investing today. If you know someone young that's getting started in life, share this video with them. Show them the benefits of investment principle number 2, start early. Thanks for being here. Look forward to seeing you next week.